Welcome back! My name is Baller Scuba. This is Video Games Over Time. We are still in 1985, and we are still in the Oregon Trail. When we last left off, much to my surprise, we were somehow able to make it all the way to the Willamette Valley without losing anybody, and we got a legitimately high score. So I am happy about that, but I'm also disappointed in that. So we're going to do this again. But we're going to do it at a much harder difficulty. Basically, last time I was able to make some good decisions, and I was able to back it up with reserve money. Let's see what we can do without the reserve money. We're going to go ahead and travel the trail, and we're going to be a farmer from Illinois. That means not a lot of money. I do have 5 new names on my Oregon Trail name generator. We have Stagecoach Clint. We have Eagle Ernest. Wild Wayne, Cutthroat Arthur, and Wild Wanda. Those are good names. Clint, Ernest, Wayne, Arthur, Wanda. I like those names. Let's go ahead and go from here. Okay, going back to 1848, we're going to leave in March again. We're going to go fast this time because we have seen most things. Like I said there, we only have $400. And we're going to buy oxen. We're going to get 3 of those. We're going to get food. How much do I want? Like nothing. 50 pounds of food. Clothing. We're going to get 14 sets. You want to get at least 10 in order to maximize your score. But then that guide at Snake River always wants clothing. So that's the reason why it's recommended to get 14. 20 boxes of bullets. Whew. I'm going to need those. And 2 things of spare parts each. And that leaves me with just $30 to spare. Remember that this is basically what I said to do last time. We'll see what I can do this time. Okay, let's go ahead and head out. Now load in the wagon. All right, so once again, we're going to go at a grueling pace with bare bones food. Let's go. Okay, we're going to go through the Kansas River crossing, I think, without the need to hunt yet. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we'll be fine. A fire in the wagon results in the loss. Oh no. Like we're at this point, I'm just going to restart. So, let's go ahead and restart this. That is not cool. That is not cool. All right, we're going to turn sound off. I have sound turned down as far as I can go, and it's still too loud. Okay, let's try that again. But that just shows that you can get screwed over, like, from the beginning. There was no way we were making it anywhere with that. I kind of want bad things to happen because it's funnier, but I don't want it that early. Before I even make it there was a fire? Who the hell lit the fire? That is not cool. All right, March. All right, let me get my notes in front of me, make sure I purchase things properly again. All right, 1, 3, 2, 50, 3, 14, 4, 20, 5, 2, 2, 2. Yep, that's good. Let's go. Okay. Like, the game can screw you over. This is what I was expecting to happen last time. I just expected it, you know, a little bit later. Like, I want to, if I fail before we even make it to the first river, like, things are not going great. Okay, let's try this again. But yeah, I'm keeping that in because that's just how bad things can get. Severe blizzard, we lost a day. I'm only using like 5 pounds of food each, so we should be good to at least cross this river. We don't need to look around at this point. We are going to make the same decision, which is to cock it and float it. I will say that people recommend, if the wagon tips here, start over. Cocking is the right decision. And I've lost 2 party members. I've lost Ernest and Arthur. And like so much. Okay, so we're starting over again. Let me put 5 new names in the name generator because these are clearly cursed names. Once again, turn the sound off. Oh, the name generator froze on me. It does that. Okay, these are some good names. Let's go. And there. So yeah, those names were clearly cursed. All right, there's my 5 names. We have Eagle, Ezekiel. They spelled it with an A. That's not what I'm used to. Cavorton Cecil. Could be Cecil, but I'm going to go with Cecil. Bonanza Tabitha. Gritty Murray. And Lubber Obadiah. Let's go with those. Once again, those are some good frontier names. Okay, this is not what I expected to happen. Like, this is awful. This is awful. All right, so, like, once we can make it over the first river, get some good hunting in, and make it over the second river, then whatever happens, happens. But anything before then, if something terrible like that happens, I'm going to restart. I didn't have to restart at all the first time. That was legitimately my first run. This one's cursed so far. Okay, let's see what we can do here. We'll go at a grueling pace with bare bones rations, and let's go. Let's go. 102 miles, we can do it. There's another blizzard. We'll just keep going. Cecil has dysentery already. Lose trail, lost 3 days. I can make it across this at least. We don't need to look around. Like, this is so much worse. Do they just hate farmers? I think that the farmer has a higher chance of bad things happening. That's one of the issues. But we're going to cock it and float it across, and if we can do that, then I'll hunt on the other side. I think we made it. I think we would have tipped over by now. No trouble. Okay. And let's go and hunt. Okay. So we need to hunt for a while here. That is a terrible position. Try to get reused to the controls here. I'm going to need a lot of food. This is legitimately my last day of food. I need 5 pounds of food. You're spawning everything on the right today. Why? You were unable to shoot any food. I'm out of food. Let's go a little bit this way. Maybe there. Just spawn at the bottom. Hey, look at that. Ha! Gotcha. I didn't see the bullet, but it doesn't matter. We got the buffalo. We got our food. That'll last me another 20 days. But we're going to try to hunt kind of as much as we can here. We need as much food as we can get. I'll probably go until like the 20th, something like that. Let's go up there. Let's again try to get like a good. No! Couldn't get the angle. There. Yeah, we're screwed. That was my one chance. That was all they were going to give me. Okay, like, if I can get 100 each day, like, it'll work out really well. But if they do shit like that, then things aren't going to go well for me at all. Okay. Give me something. Give me something good here. Are you serious? Oh, there. Nope. No! Are you serious? Suddenly I don't know how to hunt anymore. Well then. Got him. Okay. We're good here. That's all. Wow, that is a very fast deer. But we got what I needed. We can move on. All right, like I said, until like the 20th. Like, we have to rely on hunting when you're a farmer. You just don't have enough money to buy the food that you really need. I was going to try to go up here, but a buffalo already showed up. God, you walk so slow. No! How did I miss? And then, like, there was no chance of me getting it anywhere else. Nope. Like, this is all terrible. This is all terrible. I think this is a good spot because right there is where they spawn the most, I think. Right side over there is where they spawn too, but like right here, right there is where they spawn the most often. Or they just don't spawn at all, apparently. That's it. I get one chance at one squirrel and a rabbit. One squirrel and one rabbit. That was all they spawned. I legitimately will never shoot at them in this game. They're only worth 2 pounds of meat, and they're very hard to hit. As you can see, I have a hard enough time hitting buffalo. So why would I go after those? Like, this is decent. All right, I at least got the deer. There was another deer. Okay. And hunt for food. Okay, wide open area here. Not going to get too much better than this. Unless nothing spawns. Huh, gotcha. All right, that was a headshot. Okay, we're good to go there. And then, yep, you can all stay. All right. What are we at? 19th. One more day, and then we'll see where we go from there. Oh no. Oh no, let's get out of there. Kind of up a little bit. Here. Yeah, I just like picking a position and hoping for the best. Is it the soundest strategy? Probably not, but it's what I got. So many little things. Just a waste of bullets, those guys. All right, well, I guess we got what we got. How much supplies do I have? 321. Not what I was hoping for. Let's go here as well, and we'll do one more day. Okay, one deer. Gotcha. All right. Well, we're going to do what we can with the food that we have. So like 400. I was really hoping for like 600, to be honest. Let's just move on from there. And Cecil has a broken leg. And we don't need to look around, right? We've already seen it. 3 feet deep in the middle. So I probably could have done like a little bit more. Camp near the river. 2.8 feet. 2.6. 2.4. Let's ford the river. If I can make it over here through this, then we'll be good. Looks like we made it. We didn't get stuck. Yeah. Nothing. Okay. Let's go. Health is fair. We'll keep going until it's poor. No. We passed that gravesite before. It is not for me, so. We don't need to look, but we will... Oh, we can just go. Okay. Let's stop and hunt some more while everybody's health is poor. Let's get into a better position than that. Doesn't matter if nothing spawns, though. That's a good spot. Okay. Huh. Gotcha. Long range sniper shot. Yeah, lots of buffalo here. Okay. How's everybody's health? Okay, then let's hunt some more. Down a little bit, I guess. I wasn't gonna be able to shoot that one. Like the angles are just off. I can only shoot in 8 directions, right? Yeah, we'll hunt here until we're at least at fair health. Yeah, I guess that's as good a spot as any. If it goes underneath, there's not much I can do. Kind of anticipating them coming from the top right and needing to go up there. That's why I'm facing this way, but... Oh. Gotcha. All right. I guess we can try stopping to rest. Okay, we're at fair. Supplies, that's not what I meant to hit. How much do we got? 521. Okay, let's continue on the trail. Okay. So far, so good. Like I said, I was hoping for like 600. All right. One of the oxen is injured. We'll go hunting at this point. No, that is awful. Like, this whole setup is awful. Let's try to get... So I can at least shoot like here. Okay. Got lucky there. But that seems to be it. This is a terrible setup. I'm not even sure I could hit that. Oh, there was a buffalo down there right at the end, wasn't there? Okay, we will hunt for food. Let's just get up kind of over this. And just hope something spawns up here. No! I hate these controls. I couldn't do it. Okay, I got you. There was no chance of you. Let's just keep walking then. Why not? Yeah, the controls are like walk is enter and stop walking is enter. Stop to rest for 4 days, I guess. I meant to hit 3, but we'll see what 4 does for me. Let's go. 600. I guess that's good for now. Bad water. Yeah, we'll look around just so we can stop to rest for 4 days. Stop to rest for another 5 days. We're not making nearly as good a progress as I would like. Let's go. Okay, we can make it to Fort Laramie, but once again, we don't want to, like, buy anything there. Let's go. Very little water. We're just going to wait there. Okay, need to flip the disc. We at least made it to disc 2. So that's something. And we're good. We're good. We're just going to rest here. I feel like resting here is a better idea for me, but, you know, doesn't always work out that way. All right, let's continue on. 190 miles to Independence Rock. Inadequate grass. Very little water. Cecil has measles. We're going to hunt then. Oh, jeez. All right. Move, move, move. I legitimately can't get out of there. That's... Okay, I got out. And I got something. I salvaged the run somehow. Oh, I maxed out. I will take that. You guys tried to get me there. All right. Hunt for food again. Because after this, I'm going to increase rations. There was no way that was ever going to happen. They don't really spawn from the top or the bottom. They spawn from the corners, or for the sides. Luckily, I got a buffalo. Not sure how that worked out, but I was like, it looks like I can make that. Okay. Let's increase our rations to meager. And then we will stop to rest for 5 days. Let's keep it like that for now. Because I do have a lot of food. Murray has a snake bite. There's not much we can do about that. Very little water. Inadequate grass. Cecil has measles. Inadequate grass. I'm going to stop here. Very poor. Yeah, we're going to stop and rest here because a lot of people rest here, so hopefully things are okay here. We'll stop to rest. We'll rest for 10 days. They won't even let me do 10. 7 days. They really want me to motor. Stop for another 7 days. I don't think we're going to be able to do this in time, but this is why we leave as early as we can. Let's continue. 102 miles to South Pass. Okay, how are we doing? Okay, we're going to stop here and we're going to change things back to bare bones. Try to half the food that we have, and then we will continue on the... You know what? We'll rest for 3 days. And then we will continue on the trail. Right, we want to head for Fort Bridger. Yeah, Fort Bridger's the way to go. And then found wild fruit. I will take it. But then we will hunt again. Like, so much hunting needs to happen here. That's not nice. I wasn't in position yet. Got one. He kind of cuts me off from like shooting that way, but Hopefully they come from this direction. Bear! I will take the bear. And one more. One more hunt. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, I'm not sure I can actually make it through those trees, so we're just going to try to get up and, try to take out stuff from vaguely that direction. Got the bear. Didn't think I would, but I will take that. Okay, we're getting there. Eventually we will probably still all die, but we'll see what we can do. Okay, let's go. Cecil has cholera. All right, we'll rest here. Fort Bridger. And we will rest for 5 days. It's in the middle of July, though. Jeez. Change food rations to meager. I probably should be doing that more often. Actually, let's change it to filling, and then we will rest for 3 days. That might be the better strategy here. Missed Independence Day, but I'm all right with that. Let's change the food rations to bare bones and head out. How far? 162 to Soda Springs. I mean, we're getting there. Cecil has a snake bite. There's not much I can do about that. Okay. And we will change the food rations to meager and keep going. All right, I think we'll be all right there. Okay, let's go ahead and change our food rations to filling and rest for 3 days. Yeah, that's a better way for me to go. Let's change food rations to bare bones and continue on, and I'll go hunting pretty soon here, I think. Can I hunt inadequate grass? Is hunting here good? I feel like in this game they really do have like good hunting kind of everywhere. It's not really a time where it's just like, oh no, I can't hunt. Ugh. Got one. Got two. That is good enough for now. Because I should be good, I think. Like we do want to try to go a bit faster. So let's continue on our way. At a grueling pace. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to stop at the fort. Let's go ahead and change the food rations to filling, rest for 3 days. Okay, change the food rations to bare bones, and then continue on the trail. How far is it to the next spot? Snake River crossing already. Man, we're doing really well here. Granted, this is my third attempt at it because like nightmares happened to me the first 2 times, but like this is working out really well. Okay. We'll stop here. And we'll change the food rations to filling. And rest for 3 days. Like, I think we're actually going to be okay here. 5 more days. It is on filling, right? Yeah. I think we're actually going to do this. Let's go ahead and change that back to bare bones and continue on our way and hope for the best here. How the hell am I not, like, failing at this? Yeah, I believe that it always stays at 1,000 feet across and 6 feet deep. You just need to, always hire help. It's the most dangerous river in the game, so just always hire help. How much does he want? 2 sets of clothing. As long as it's 4 or less, you should be good. Okay, let's go. It's not a guarantee that you'll make it all the way across, but it makes it much more significant of a chance that you will make it across without an issue, if memory serves me correctly. Okay. Then we're off to Fort Boise. Like, I could start making this trip from the Willamette Valley in a day. Very little water. I don't think I need to hunt anymore. Tabitha has exhaustion. We're almost there. It's 18 miles. One more day. Okay. Like, things are going well for me here. Change the food rations to filling and rest for, why not, 7 days. Let's get everybody, like, as healed as we're gonna get. Then we will change the food rations again to bare bones. While we're going, nobody eat anything, okay? Nah, I should get more food. All right, a little bit more hunting. How many bullets do I have left? God, I've barely used any. That is so many bullets. Let's hunt for food. Well, let's just go this way a bit. Yeah, I was about to say a lot of stuff's going to spawn down there and just not go anywhere. But hopefully something spawns up here. No? Hello? I guess we'll try that again. This is also bad. Basically, I want to get that shot, but then this whole corner is really going to be my butter zone, but not for a rabbit. That's it? Is that all there is? Let's continue on the trail then. This seems like a bad spot to hunt. Finally, there is actually a bad spot. Hey, we found some wild fruit that will help. Gave us 20 pounds. One of the oxen has died. Fun. A thief comes along during the night and steals 4 sets of clothing. There we go. That's lose trail. We lost a day. Very little water. We'll rest here. Bad water. Yeah, we'll look around. We'll rest here for a bit. Change food rations to filling. Rest for 3 days. How much food do I still have? 17 pounds. Okay, so we're going to have to continue on the trail and hunt. I wanted to get on the other side of the mountains, though. We're going to head for the Dalles. That one I didn't need to look up. I know that one. That's the end. All right. Hunt for food. I don't even know. Try to get up here, I guess. Yeah, that corner down there seems to be the best spot for things to spawn, but like I can't hit anything from there. Let's change the food rations. You know what? The food rations are fine. I need to... it's got to be bare bones until I can actually get some food here. I think we're out of food. And we're in the mountains. This isn't a good spot for me, but there should be bears up here. Bear and deer. But you have to spawn them for me. Are you serious? Was it too late in the season? That was... like, I need food. I don't have a choice. I'm out of food. It did hit him. He just was off the screen. Got him. Okay. I at least have a little bit of food now. Okay. Let's change that to filling. How much do I have? Yeah, 95 pounds of food. Okay. Let's hunt for more food. Like, we're so close. We're so close, but we did lose one of my oxen. We lost an ox. Really? There. Okay, just in time to salvage the run. Yeah, we have to do quite a bit of hunting here, I think. No. No. Could you spawn another one for me? I know that was like a really good chance, but like I was just in a bad position for it. Come on. All right. Okay, everybody's up to fair, so we're still gonna go down to bare bones, but we still need to hunt. I need more food. We're so close. The Dalles is within sight. Gotcha. All right, something. And now that I'm in a good position, you're not going to spawn anything anymore. Bear! All right, I lied. Thank you. One more round? I think one more round. One more, I should say 100 pounds. Not necessarily one more day of shooting, just 100 pounds will get me where I need to go, I think. Come on now. You serious? Come on now. Give me some. Oh, no. This looks awful. There was no way I was going to get to that bear. And now you just don't want to spawn. Yep, wrong side. I can't shoot through that tree. There's no way. I guess we'll try it again. Give me 100 pounds. I need 100 pounds more food. Hope you guys like bear. You're not being nice to me. Is it because I'm a farmer? Should I pay the game more to spawn bears for me? One more day, it looks like. One more day, okay. Like, I'm starting to figure out exactly how long it takes to get through these. Oh, this is a nightmare. No! If I didn't move, it would have been fine. Yeah, that... No. I have to go one more day because I can't hunt. This one's just a failure on my part of hunting, but that was a bad setup, and I was trying to fix it, and that screwed me over. Yeah, well. I choose this side. Gotcha! Alright. Yeah, the bear always seems to be right around 100, so I don't want to kill anything more than that. Okay. Check my rations. How good are we? 306. That should take us where we need to go. We got 125 miles to go. But keep in mind, once we get there, I'm going to want to rest up. How did nobody die? Granted, like it's my third time, but like nobody died. Remember, I have to rest up here. That's one of the reasons why I wanted so much food. And then we will go for 7 days here. Okay. 5 more days. We've basically made it. It's October, though. Okay, let's continue on the trail. We have good. We will float down the Columbia River. I see no point in avoiding the minigame at this point. Yep, I remember. And somehow, I think we've done it again. I think these are 2 of my best runs in the Oregon Trail ever. I've never, I don't think, made it to the end without losing somebody. But sure enough, twice in a row. Well, I shouldn't say twice in a row. 2 out of the 4 runs that I did went really well. Yeah, taking the Columbia River is definitely the way to go. By the way, there's a highway here. It's I-84 now. You can take the Columbia if you want, but really you want to stop on the side to see some of the waterfalls. Waterfalls here are very nice. We call it the Gorge. Okay. Right there. I could probably just hang out here the whole time. This is the weakest part of the game. This right here. All right, there's the third one. And yeah, there's the trail. Yeah, you can probably just hang out here the whole time as long as there's no rocks in the way. Don't have to think about it. Like that rock right there, but I can get off before then. And there. All right, we made it to Willamette Valley. I still believe that is Ross Island Bridge. Or it's not bridge, that's Ross Island. The bridge is on the north side of the island, though, and this is the south side. I think that's right, though. But, yeah, it's definitely on the southern part of Oregon. Congratulations, you have made it to Oregon. Let's see how many points you have received. 2614. For going as a farmer, your points are tripled. 7842. Please flip your diskette to side 1. I can do that. There you go. Let's hit the button. High score. High score. How the hell? Let's put that in there. We'll call it that. Boom. Trail guide. Would you like to make any changes? No. We are good. So, somehow, I was able to get the high score for the game. Granted, I knew what I was doing. And we did, like, have 2 runs where I'm like, all right, we're just not doing that. But somehow, I still got the high score for the game. I am willing to accept that. I'm a little sad that we didn't have more people die and I didn't fail, but the game's a little bit easier than I anticipated, I think, or luck was on my side. I should say luck was on my side for those 2 runs, and then it wasn't on my side for the 2 other runs. But that is the game played. So with the game played, it's time to talk about how it holds up today. Playing the game today, I definitely had fun playing the Oregon Trail. I wouldn't have played it all the way through twice if I wasn't having fun. With that said, the game is dated. It feels old. I would argue that it even felt old by 1985. It already felt like a bit of a throwback to possibly the older Sierra games before King's Quest, those kinds of games. But ultimately, the industry had moved on to be a little bit more interactive, things like that, by this point. But ultimately, it felt fine. Like, it felt old, but it still feels good to play. With that said, there are, as we will talk about, several different versions of this game, and this would probably be the one that I recommend the least out of all of those, but it is the one that is near and dear to a lot of people's hearts, so it is worthwhile at least looking at it, if not necessarily playing it for yourself, but at least seeing what the original version was. This game, I feel, is basically more or less a child strategy game. It's got a lot of strategy elements to it, at least. So it feels like a strategy game, just not necessarily a ton of strategy going on. There's a lot of randomness that happens. We got pretty lucky, I would say, to be able to make it through to the end of the Oregon Trail without losing anybody either time. But then there was that one time that we crossed the first river and 2 people drowned. Like, the game just kind of has that randomness to it. So there's a lot to this game that isn't necessarily a strategy element as much as it is, well, sometimes bad things happen. But that's just kind of how the game works. It does hide the educational aspect of the game well. But with that said, there's really only like 16 landmarks and a little bit of history in the game. You can kind of talk to people to get a sense of what was happening. But ultimately, after you play the game a couple times, all you're going to want to do is try to figure out how to make it to the end without anybody dying and stuff like that. So the educational aspect is nice and appreciated, but I feel like there was more that could be done in the original version, and I will say that a lot of the later versions kind of delve a lot deeper into the history aspect of it. In terms of the graphics, I think the graphics did not age well, but that has a lot to do with it being on the Apple II. The Apple II by this point is clearly not the most powerful computer around, right? The Apple II is one of the weakest computer systems that is still going. It's at least in America, there are much better options, but because this was kind of designed for schools, they had Apple IIs, so that's what it's designed for. But the graphics suffer as a result. It feels like a 1981, 1982 kind of game, not a 1985 game. And at this point, 3 to 4 years is a huge gap. But once again, it's kind of designed for schools, so you kind of have to expect something like that. The sound is good, but like I pointed out, I cannot edit the sound of the game, and that just has to do with it being on an Apple II. So it is jarring when it shows up, and it's a song that would have been popular at the time. It would have been Yankee Doodle. That was a song that was popular in the mid 1800s in America. We could have also done like Camptown Races, I think. There's a lot of classic songs that could have been mixed in. And I didn't give the game really a chance to show off all of the music that it had, but it was just so loud and so jarring that I didn't know what to do other than to just say, no, we can't do that. But otherwise, the sound was good, especially for an Apple II at the time. It would have been fine. Then the gameplay. So the gameplay I have a bit of a mixed opinion on. I think that the strategy element, the purchasing of supplies and rationing the supplies while trying to go forward and having these random events happen to change people's health. I think that aspect of it is good, and that's the majority of the game. I think that the hunting aspect of the game is weak, simply because there's going to be some times, as you saw, where they just kind of spawn an area where it's terrible hunting and you're in a bad position and you need to move into position and hopefully the animals show up in a spot where you can hit them. I think the hunting is not particularly good, and I think it needs some improvement. I would argue that some of the later games do have that improvement. And then there's the rafting, so to speak, down the Columbia River. That aspect is, I would argue, pretty realistic. The Columbia is not a very fast or treacherous river, but it was boring as gameplay. Like, it just didn't seem all that fun. I never felt like I was really in a lot of danger when I was going down the Columbia. It's very basic and easy and straightforward, and there weren't any real twists and turns. And granted, maybe that's not what you want at the end of the Oregon Trail, right? You went through all this, and then it would suck if you made it to the end and then it was really difficult and you failed on the Columbia River right next to the Willamette Valley. But it just felt kind of dull, the Columbia River rafting segment of it. The fact that there's kind of clear choices that are better than other choices, I also kind of don't like. But once again, a lot of this is kind of fixed through later versions, but this is the original that people remember. This is the one that is near and dear to so many people's hearts, as we will talk about. So if you are interested in I would say specifically American video game history, this is a game that doesn't really straddle borders. Maybe in Canada, but definitely not like Japan or Europe, right? I doubt that this was in a lot of those schools. But I could be wrong. If you're from, other parts of the world other than United States and Canada, let me know. Did you have the Oregon Trail in school? But as far as I can tell, that wasn't really a thing. It's definitely a school program, a school game in America and possibly Canada alone. But it really is kind of a niche part of American history that really got blown up because of this game. And the game is fun, it's memorable, it's not as difficult as I remembered, but the game can be difficult. We kind of got lucky. But I did get a chance to kind of show off, hey, like, sometimes a thief comes and takes all your stuff, sometimes a fire happens, sometimes even though you make the right decision, your wagon capsizes and you lose most of your stuff and a couple people. Like, it all happens. But overall, it's still, even with those factored in, it's still easier than I remember. But I was a kid at the time, right? So that happens. So yeah, in terms of recommending it, if you're interested in the history of American video games, especially stuff that people grew up with, this is definitely a game worth checking out. If you're interested in basically a lot of the memes that go around these days, a lot of the modern jokes are based around, there's a few that are based around the Oregon Trail. So this is worthwhile checking out, specifically this version. But once again, if you're a modern gamer and just want to play a game based on the Oregon Trail, there are better versions out there than this one. But this one has the nostalgia. So it's really up to you whether you want to go for something that's more fun or something that is more impactful. But overall, I would say it's still a fun game and it's worth checking out for most people. And that's my modern take on the game. When the game was released, it proved to be very popular. The game became a staple of classrooms around the country quickly. Critics at the time were also positive about the game, seeing this release as a landmark in educational titles. As time has gone on, the game has retained its popularity and positive reputation. The game would see several different versions which are typically considered separate games or sequels, but If you add up the sales of all the different versions of the game, the Oregon Trail would go on to sell over 65 million copies by 2011. The game is often seen as a cultural landmark, defining generations of students who played the game both in school and at home. The game will make lists of the best video games of all time, although which version makes the list often changes. The Oregon Trail would spawn a franchise, ports, spin-offs, and re-releases. We will keep an eye on some of these as we continue. As for Mech, they would use the success of the Oregon Trail to continue creating video games for the home market. We will hear from Mech again. As for R. Philip Bouchard, he would also continue to work on video games. We will hear from R. Philip Bouchard again as well. That will do it for the story of the Oregon Trail for now. My name is Baller Scuba. This has been Video Games Over Time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in our next video when we head for the gridiron.